Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's show match, the King-of-the-Showmatch series from Team Druid. It is spawning as the red Zerg player, Druidz Daax, and his opponent, the current King of the Hill. It is Druidz Vandelay, the awesome Terran player in the blue. Spawning on Ohana. I actually don't know who picked this map, but well, guys, you remember these two players, Daax and Vandelay. They played a series before. It was an awesome series in which, in the end, Vandelay managed to win, but not before Daax gave him a run for his money. And those were really good matches. Let me get the starboard up in the meantime. Like that. Good, now we're all set. So, what are we expecting of these two players? Well, we remember Daax as a very solid Zerg player. He likes the usual Zergy stuff. Just expand, build a lot of drones, man. That's what Zergies do. But then we have Vandelay here, really switching it up. I mean, sometimes going for 2 Rex, very fast attack play, sometimes going for a very macro heavy style with a lot of mech, and even went double benchy one game. So really Vandelay is the one who tries to dictate the course of the games, and he's very good at that. So let's see. Meanwhile, as I just showed you, Daax just taking the hatch. 15 hatch, 15 pool. Nothing out of the ordinary. Vandelay going to scout. Actually, we saw Daax now scouting with the Overlord again, not pulling a probe here, or a drone rather, to scout. Relying on Vandelay to go, or rather not to go into extremely aggressive double Rex play, and he's not. I mean, Vandelay is just command centering it up, 1 Rex fast expand. So let's see what he follows it up with. I would suspect that he will take his gas after this. It's not so common to go bio against Zerg anymore, although I did see a very cool game with that, just going marine tank all the way, and then you can open with marines and have some nice aggressive timings with your medevacs as well. So yeah, could work, but Vandelay here having an SCV there just in case he could do a bunker push, or maybe scare the Zerg into building some extra Zerglings. And will this Overlord fall? No. Daax being cautious enough not to let it have fall. And these Zerglings actually they just run by. No, will they go to the watchtower? But there's a marine there. Nice block with the SCV there. Look at that kind of micro that we expect from Masters players like this. Very awesome. But the Lynx do get to retreat, and Daax saves both of them. That's nice. Just asking in the chat if everything is alright. Hope nothing crashes. But 3rd hatch going down for Daax. 3 queens on defense. And actually taking his 2 gas geysers here at the natural. I like that, because it leaves Vandelay wondering just a little bit whether he's on 4 gas or 2, and actually he's bunkering it up at the 3rd. Look at that. This might actually be a cancel, because what can Daax do about it? He has 3 queens and nothing else. He isn't building any more Zerglings, that's for sure. He's just now getting speed, so he will need to cancel this. No doubt about it. Poor little hatch. Queens are making their way through, but can they take on the bunker? No, there it goes to cancel. And all these queens, I don't know exactly, but 2 queens versus a bunker, that's not a good idea. They need to retreat, but of course, yes, there the queen goes down, sniped by those marines. And will the second go down as well? Yes, there she goes. Oh, this is very painful for Daax. He shouldn't have been out there with his queens. And now the lings pop out, and they will take care of this in short order. But man, that felt a little bit painful, to be honest. Look at how many circlings. Can he get the cancel? Oh, that would be... No, he doesn't get the cancel. That would be even more horrible for Daax if Vandelay got the cancel off as well. But in the meantime, just building it up. Third command center going down, second gas as well, and what do you know? We see mass bioplay. I wasn't actually expecting that from the last games that we saw of him, but look at this. Upgraded marines. Well, at least they have combat shield, and stim has just started, so they won't be having that. But still, if microed properly, those marines are so strong. Actually, even putting some SCVs. This is a very strong attack. He really wants to cripple the Zerg right here, and the Zergs see it and get. The entire army gets in, and they will cancel these upgrades. But the links stream in, and can the marines get it? Nice micro there, in between the choke points, so Zerglings don't have much cover area, and there they all fall. There was a huge army of Zerglings, and the marines just stay alive. Evo chamber going down. There's the first one. Now the drones are being pulled. The queens behind the gas guys are very nice, but Vandelay microing his heart out right there and sniping one queen. Going to snipe the other. Nope, she will survive, but the links stream in again, and Vandelay needs to get back there behind the geysers and do a lot of damage to these Zerglings, and the attack will finally be cleaned up, but damage has been done. Look at that. 90 units killed. Of course, those are mostly Zerglings, but also some queens going down. And in the meantime, he can just... Vandelay can just build up again. Of course, he doesn't have a strong standing army, and Daax is already putting down the infestation pit. That's very important. I mean, those marine-based armies will die so quickly to infestors. Any bio kind of play will melt to that, and Daax does have his third hatch up, but yeah, that was a nice timing by Vandelay. So what will Vandelay follow this up with? He has his starport up. Well, that's to be expected. If you go by, of course, you need those medeffects to heal up, and double upgrades going down as well. But no follow-up with tanks just yet. He needs a third base for that. And this poor marine, it gets finished off by a flock of Zerglings. I don't know, are they a flock? Anyway. So let's see about the drone count. 62 drones for Daax. Well, that's pretty reasonable. Now, Maynarding some drones to his third base, which is in quite an unusual location, but oh, I do like that. Must take down these destructible rocks if he wants to take this one, really. Keeps checking on the third base. Well, it won't be there yet, but will he see it? Yes, he probably will. And that's good for him. He knows that there's no two base all-in timing or something like that coming from Vandelay. And here we start to see the drop play of Vandelay. I missed the start of that, but can we get a nice fungal off? Yes, there one goes. And he'll probably chain the second as well. Yes, there, and all the marines gets caught as well. The medevac falls and more Zerglings stream in. But in the meantime, this is Vandelay's cue to just walk up with his Bioforce, of course, being very fast with the stim. And loading up more medevacs, but can he get the fungal off? Daax really wants to get this fungal, and yes he does, and that is a great win for him. He cannot chain it once more though. That would have been awesome, but those second infestors arriving just too late to do that. In the meantime, this allowed Vandelay to get his base up, immediately getting the gas. Now adding some tanks, and siege is about to be finished, and that will make that army so much stronger. Actually being able to wall off or zone off portions of the map is very important to the Terran player, of course. But Daax thinks, well, let's just go for it, see what can happen. And look at that, 20 Banelings morphing in. This is going to be a hell of a bust, and there's only 2 tanks out yet, so we will need to see the perfect micro from Vandelay. Daax is behind in food, so he needs to do damage with this. A lot of drones were killed. Actually, Vandelay is in front in the worker count right now, but oh, and here 2 medevacts splitting off, but is Daax just retreating? He saw the tank fire, caught 1 shot and thought, well, let's not do this. And now retreating some Zerglings, spreading them across the map to deal with the drops. And yeah, I think it's not a bad decision, but he is 40 foot behind, and he is behind in the worker count especially. Oh, I like that very much. Fungals are absolutely brilliant. Will you need actually you won't need Banelings to finish them off, and here the other Banelings and Zerglings are already waiting for that medevac to arrive. But another one going across the map as well. So much action to follow all at once. This Overlord will fall, and again we will see a beautiful fungal on all of this. No, oh, actually a Infestor dying to this, that's not the best. And we see a double drop play here. Here it goes. But this third is completely undefended. So here's where the damage will be done. Vandelay has managed to find his way in and moves moving up with his tanks and marines. How does he do it? He just keeps being so aggressive. Scanning to take down all the creep tumors there. And will these marine fall? No, actually they get picked up. And now the second the natural is dropped. And this is just awesome play. Daax just falling very quickly. Can the Zerglings manage to clean this up? It looks like barely. They might. Couple of Zerglings remaining to kill that tank, but the real damage, I mean the economic damage has been done so fiercely and so well, and these medevacts do stay alive all the time. Now dropping again and again. Let's see how many workers were killed. 44 workers killed by Vandelay, and Daax is doing everything he can to keep all those pesky marines out of his bases, but oh dear. Another tank moving up. The creep is retreating. The watchtower is not taken by Daax, and he can siege up the tank, and a nice fungal again, but actually the base falls to a marine drop. Well played, says Daax, and I couldn't agree more. This was really awesome play. GG.